Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Football Analytics and Rant Show. And today we are going to talk about the recently concluded the Indian Super League final, which concluded yesterday. And congratulations to Mohun Bagan Super Giants for winning the ISL yet another time. And this time winning the double, which they failed to do last time, and becoming only the second team after Mumbai City to achieve the same. So kudos to that. And I think we all saw this coming at one point because they were like too dominant. How much ever, the toughest they got pushed was in the semi-finals, and that's like how somehow they barely got through in that. So other than that, if you look throughout the seasons, the defense has been rock solid. Keeper has been very good, and coming to the game. I would say it's let's say a story of two halves. Not each team being good in two halves, like each team being shit in two halves. Okay. So I think you would be able to explain what exactly happened better than that. I'll come to my points afterwards. Please start.
I should have genuinely just watched the IPL, dude. I could have watched the F1 qualifying. I could have watched F1 practice.
Yeah.
I am like, it's okay. We have been following this whole season religiously. Let's just watch. Waste of time, waste of energy, waste of internet, waste of electricity. Useless. How can this be the final for the best two teams in India? That is garbage.
Yeah.
First half, I'll give you an example of what you can do, okay? Go to Hotstar or wherever it's streaming and go watch the highlights, okay?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if you watch the highlights also, first half will barely be, 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah.
And the rest will be second half and extra time.
Yeah.
That's how useless the first half was.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. And I'm not even saying nothing happened as in goals happening, fouls happening, nothing. Absolutely nothing happened. There was no point of watching the first half. No point of watching the first half. And the first half, I have to make this observation, I have to make this in public.
Yeah.
Mohun Bagan Super Giants forgot how to defend it. They were playing like, okay, this is ball. I'm supposed to kick with foot. It was almost that bad. It was like watching amateurs play there.
Yeah.
First half. And then
there was like so much space in between. They're asking you come run through. I will just stand there. You come run through. And the best irony in that part is Bengaluru will come in and they'll somehow miss.
That is the best part. I'm coming to that one next. So, how should I say this? Let me not talk candidly. Let me talk how a football commentator would talk. So both of these teams were giving each other a bit too much respect. Both of them were not willing to take the first step. Both of them were not willing to take the initiative to push the other one.
Yeah.
And both of them were trying to test and see who is going to make the first move, and giving this game too much credit by calling it a game of chess in the first half because both of them were unwilling to commit to anything.
Yeah.
And whenever, like Jitu had just said, whenever BFC was making the runs in and they were in good positions, especially Sunil Chetri in the first when he got a few of these headers, and they were good headers. And of course, credit in the first half to both the keepers. They made a few incredible saves.
Yes.
But these incredible saves didn't come out because someone made a brilliant chance or something. It was from nonsense like some free kick or some corner. And that too, I don't know how the ball went out for a corner because no one was actually pushing the others. I don't know what happened for the ball to go to the corner. And you might hate me for saying this, but if you think from a neutral's point of view, it made no sense what was happening.
I feel sad for probably the neutral fans who actually wanted to, even though they're so far into to and to watch. The atmosphere was actually very good. It's not the offer.
It's Kolkata and it's Mohun Bagan playing.
That's what
of course.
Other than a derby match, I think it's the first time you're seeing such a big crowd in an ISL final. The almost first time I'm seeing that stadium is fully packed. And full so much there was so much vibe going on there, and imagine sitting there and watching such a painfully boring match. First half at least something happened in the second half, and something interesting were happening. Yeah.
First half, okay, and then yes, again, how much ever slander we have put on Sunil Chetri, he did do quite decently in the first half.
Yeah.
And to issue a clarification, I have this doesn't change my opinion that he should not have come out of retirement and everything else I said in the other video. But just to issue a clarification, apparently, I mean, this is not confirmed news also. We don't know if he came out of retirement by himself or if the association called him out. But what I have gleaned is that the association had called him out of retirement because there was no proven goal scorer, no one there to score goals for us to win. And this is from reliable-ish sources, and I cannot name who it is from where I got to know.
I don't see like where that is not a possibility. That I can see that happening given how fucked up AISF is and like how desperate they are for things.
So yes, it's not that he wanted to come out of retirement apparently, but the federation said that we want someone to score goals. It doesn't matter if you're 40, 50, 60, whatever.
Yeah.
As long as you can finish in front of the pitch, we need you back. And he came back. And despite saying all of this, what we have said in at least my opinions in the previous video still stand. I do not change one word.
I mean, he
from what
still
I
had
said.
the option to not come also. That's up to him because he could have given a lot of reasons for that because he said he wanted to spend more time with family or things, then again suddenly he's changed. So AFL with association, I don't think he's like not guilty for anything like that. So I mean, I stand with whatever I said last video also.
Okay, let's move on to the second half of the ISL final. The shield is done, so this was the cup, I'm assuming. Yeah, this was the cup. Yeah. The shield was already won by Mohun Bagan. So second half was a little bit more happening, but again, calling it a good half would also be an exaggeration. Yeah. Given that Bengaluru FC's goal came out of a quick counter and then it was an own goal from Rodriguez, and I don't know how BFC keep doing this because this happened in the game against Goa also where Jingan considered an own goal. I think again we have to give credit where credit is due. Again, credit where credit is due. I'm prefacing it by saying in Indian football standards. I'm not talking about football standards. I'm talking about Indian football standards. So in Indian football standards, I think they applied quite decent pressure, and because of that, they were able to force that mistake. Like suddenly, it felt like Mohun Bagan was like in a panic. They were like, okay, this is happening, and everyone was like, da, 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 da. So their organization that they had for that much time on the pitch, suddenly it felt like it was out of array, and then that ball was half decent. I mean, I don't think it required that big of an intervention that it could have led to an own goal, but then it did happen, and then there was an own goal. And from that point, it was always going to be catch up. And how much ever you might like BFC or how much ever you might not, they play like peak Chelsea. You score one goal, or peak Sir Alex Ferguson's United. Score one goal, sit there. No one will cross that half. At the most, two forwards will go up, try and do something, like, but everyone just sits.
It's just this, how will I say, counter-attack. Only counter-attack, sit back, counter-attack, sit like. I mean, that's how they've been playing for quite a long time. Right?
I mean, it is working for them, so I don't know why they would have to change, but still, in a I mean, considering that it was a final, they had to risk it all out there. I understand all of that. Yeah. But considering it's a final also, shouldn't you take more risks? Shouldn't you want to put on a show, score a goal out of your actual this thing?
Especially you're playing against like the most dominant team and you cannot let them rest at even 1 second. It's always safe to have, even a 2-goal cushion is not good against such a higher level oppositions. I'm telling because all kudos to BFC reaching the final, but they did finish like what, 4th or 5th in the league or something, if I'm not wrong, 4th or 5th, I guess. And Mohun Bagan were like some close to like almost 20 points ahead of them. So that's a sheer difference in quality and class with players. And the moment they got that goal, they should have been pushing. And instead, what? They're like, okay, we'll do the same thing which we did. Like, I mean, it would have applied in the case of Goa, but this team is clearly better than whatever they faced in the previous rounds of the playoffs, and they're playing in home also. Okay, they might would have gotten in their head like the curse of the host team not being able to win in the final. Would have gotten like too overconfident in their own tactics, and yeah, that's what BFC should have pushed. And if they would gotten a second goal, okay, they would have seen a different outcome. Yeah. And coming to Mohun Bagan in the second half, I think they woke up the moment the goal came in. And all of
Yeah.
a
Till
sudden,
then, the game was dead.
yes.
I mean, BFC was trying here and there, but
Yes.
just a second, I'll just switch my internet.
Yeah, so they just switched over suddenly, and all of a sudden they are always in BFC's house, and BFC is just defending. And you could see that the goal was coming. The penalty came, and Jason Cummings converted it. And after the penalty, I guess it was all Mohun Bagan. They took 20 shots. 90% of the shots came in after the first goal, if I'm
True.
not wrong.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And going into the end of regulation time also, it was more likely, okay, even though BFC had their own little bit sprouts of attack in between, they were not able to create a chance. And if I felt like they were pushing it for extra time and eventually penalties, which both teams have a decent record in penalties, so so they were trying for that as well. On the meanwhile, Mohun Bagan kept pushing. They started making substitutions, started using their bench strength, and that is where the clear difference started showing. They were like full on pushing for the win. And eventually, in extra time, they got a winner. I would say a wonderful goal from Jamie McLaren, and I think
Yeah.
that completely killed it off. I couldn't
That
see
was the only good moment
good
in the
moment
whole
in the
game.
whole game. Yeah, and it came in extra time, and the stadium just erupted fully. And I guess that could if that, I mean, that second goal for either team, that was definitely going to kill the game. I didn't see either teams coming back from this. Maybe Mohun Bagan chances there, but I definitely didn't see BFC coming back from a second goal deficit.
But again, if you think of it, yes, BFC did make quite a few chances, and this is BFC's playbook as far as I've seen this season.
Yeah.
They have quick forwards, and they have, I should say, above average or even let's say good forwards.
Yeah.
So they are relying on their pace to just get into the opposition's final third and just put in crosses, and they've been doing that all season.
Yeah.
And so I'm pretty sure Mohun Bagan knew that this was going to happen, which is why
Yeah.
the first goal was still baffling to me, because you know this is what they're going to do. How did you still fall for it is one. And second, technically on paper you might see that BFC made more chances, BFC made more forward runs, their XG might be higher, whatever it was, but at the end of the day it's just crosses and inshallah crosses, and you're
I
hoping
mean,
someone gets at the end of the
one
cross.
one argument that I would like to make is since the last season onwards, technically the Shield winners are declared as champions of India, and they get the higher prize money and they get the continental slot. The playoff winner just gets a big trophy and this thing. So probably the players are like, we are already champions, we're already this thing. So this is just an added collection. Like the Super Cup actually gives more reward than, like, not in terms of prize money, at least like in terms of continental representation, it is more valued than, let's say, the ISL playoff trophy, which is like just only reason is like to get a trophy. It's like how the League Cup is played in England right now. Not much of use for the players, like because as of now, what I heard is like that qualifies you for the Conference League, and it doesn't matter because any of the top four leagues or the top five teams are going to win it. So it doesn't matter whether they get that Euro Conference League slot or something. So it's useless. So
I mean,
probably they were like 2 lakhs about it or something. Then like it doesn't matter or much. But then thanks, kudos to Molina also. Whatever he talked with them or something. I mean that guy just literally he just vanished. Okay, he won 80K, their second title. Just vanished, came back, took over, completely revamped the team. I remember everybody wrote that guy off because Mohun Bagan were actually struggling in the beginning of the season. I mean, 2 of their losses are like came in the first 6 or 7 match days, and we thought BFC were going to run away with it, and all of a
yes,
sudden the
yes.
team completely changed. And I have never seen that level of dominance in recent past of Indian football. So kudos to
True,
that.
true.
And would you like to add anything else regarding the final?
I mean, again, we knew that that is what BFC is going to do, and that's exactly what they did. So, I mean, at one point, it felt like, okay, both these teams are, after that penalty, especially after the penalty, yes,
Yeah.
Mohun Bagan did switch on and try to push to get the winner because they knew the momentum was on that side. And
Yeah.
this is with any team, irrespective of which country or how level you play, what level you play in.
Yeah.
Once you are in that mindset of sitting back and just trying to hold your lead for the rest of the game, it's very difficult to suddenly switch on and become active defending, try to press and all that will be difficult, because after a sustained period of just chilling and hoping that it just comes to you, it's going to be difficult unless you are maybe like Real Madrid or something of that sort. But then again, this was not a game that I had to spend time watching when Abhishek Sharma was beating the shit out of the other team in the IPL. So yeah, it's okay. It was not a great game, and 10 out of 10 would not recommend anyone else to watch this because it has been a waste of time. But again, credit where credit
If
was
you want
due.
to say, just watch the highlights if you want to just to see what
Enough,
happened.
more than enough. And I guarantee you, the highlights, if that's like, let's say a 10-minute video, highlights won't even last 1.5 minutes. The first half highlights won't even last 1.5 minutes because nothing happened in it. And that 1.5 minutes, they will show you players walking out, anthem and all that. I guarantee you. And I've not even seen the highlights. I'm telling you because that's how uneventful the first half was. Useless. Waste of 50 minutes of my time.
Yeah.
So yeah. Again, credit where credit is due. Football royalty, football heritage. The Kings of India win it again. And I don't care who agrees or disagrees with me. Mohun Bagan is the most influential team in the country.
Yeah.
Will be and will always be.
Yeah.
And anyone from West Bengal you ask also, I mean, anyone who actually watches football also you ask, let alone West Bengal, Mohun Bagan is the club. It's your Real Madrid. It's your whatever you would compare it to. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else we have to add into this useless game it was other than that?
Nothing much, sir. I pretty much summed up everything that was there to be in that thing. And now looking forward to the Super Cup and who is going to get the next it's even though it's like a post-season tournament glorified, but nonetheless it gives a continental slot which gives additional income to these teams. And anybody can get it. Anybody can get it. It's like a clean slate now.
I can tell you an inside feeling of players. The players, of course, see, being footballers, you always love playing football. So every opportunity you get to play football, you will play football. And especially if you're getting paid for that, you will. And there's a chance for trophy.
Yeah.
But honestly speaking, I don't think anyone is interested.
Fair enough.
And I cannot tell you who is telling me this, but honestly feeling nobody is interested. I don't
think the general audience will watch also because like peak IPL is going in peak right now, and I'm surprised that a lot of people who actually watch the ISL, like even in the stadiums and all, people actually showed up. And especially in BFC, actually, on the day there was an RCB game going on, there were a lot of BFC fans. I mean, the stadium was sold out, if I'm not wrong.
Oh yeah, that BFC game that I went to. I didn't tell you guys. I went for the BFC
that's
semis.
What, it was actually surprising. That was like how much ever that's probably because they have a huge cult following, and it's been a while since they let's say reached the semi-final and eventually.
Actually, Bengaluru FC, I owe you an apology. My God, it was quite good atmosphere for an Indian game. One, number two, despite an IPL game, and I kid you not, the IPL stadium in Kantirawa, like 2-3 kilometers away, this road was packed. And still the stadium was full by about 2 minutes into the game. The stadium was packed. There was no place to walk in. So, Bengaluru fans, I owe you an apology. RCB fans, rest in peace. Because that day RCB lost also, if I'm not wrong.
BFC won and RCB lost. So, that's what it's the thing. But then Super Cup is past the season. I don't think anybody is going to watch. Especially IPL is going towards second half of this thing, and more people are going to tune in, and it's just going to happen in the background.
You think about this, is the players itself are, I'm not saying players are not interested, of course. If they get to play football, if they get to earn money from it, if they get to have fun, everyone will like it, of course. I am saying, if the players are not enthusiastic about going and playing out there, I am not going to expect any high quality games or something good to happen there at all. So I am going to already set your expectations very low for the Super Cup, and now with this information, maybe at least 10% lower than that. No, because I know players have told me, and I'll tell you, forget about the Kalinga Super Cup. I can't tell you which team, I can't tell you which player, but we had one, I met one player, and that guy was flying out to go for the ISL final, and he didn't play, of course. He's like, who wants to go, but I have to go because the team is going, and I'm a part of the team, so that the whole team is going, so I have to go. And of course, he wants to be with his teammates and be a part of his team and all and go. But he's like, this doesn't matter. And this is a player who plays for the Indian national team. So if that is the attitude that they have, this cup doesn't. I'm not talking about his own fault. And there are multiple people who play for the national team who I've had the same conversation with it. And all of them are like, it's not like, yeah, let's go with it. They're like, that's it. That's it. That's it. And so that should tell you how much value this what cup held, and how much less or slightly more of a value the Kalinga Super Cup will hold. So I would not say, if you have a chance between watching the IPL and that, I would say definitely watch the IPL, despite this being a football podcast. I would say watch the IPL. And I'm not saying IPL is a much great quality product and all, but compared to the football in India, it's a much better quality product. Yeah. And match fixing, this, that nonsense and all aside, I would still say for entertainment, because at the end of the day, sport is entertainment. If you want better entertainment, just watch the IPL.
So. Fair enough. Like that is the cheapest thing to watch for an Indian right now.
Is it free on Hotstar?
Yeah, it's free on Hotstar.
Oh damn! I thought
someone
from Hotstar told me they're going to make people pay.
This season it will be free. Like the initial one, you just bought it. Probably next year they'll start charging.
No, because I had one guy who worked for Hotstar.
They make so much money with ads, like they can afford to do such a this
also thing. Fair. Dude, I don't know, dude. After I pay money for Hotstar, why should I watch ads? Why should I watch ads after I'm paying to watch?
So that's where
nonsense. You're getting money from me to watch it, no?
So they're forcing you to take the premium account. So
I have premium account. What are you talking? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I have the premium account. I paid like 1,500, 1,600 for this nonsense, and I get to watch ads every 2 minutes. And you know those random ads where the screen shrinks and there'll be an ad on the side. Why should I watch all of that? I'm not understanding why I have to watch all of that when I'm paying. Someone from Hotstar, please answer. If one of my viewers is listening and you work for Hotstar, ask them this. What is this nonsense? And this has been going on since when? I've been paying for Hotstar since a very long time. And this has always been the case. Only in the beginning when Hotstar launched and it was a side, this thing for Star Sports, that time there were no ads because that's how they were promoting it. If you watch on Hotstar, you won't get any ads. That time I bought Hotstar till this year, auto renews every year. I don't know why I have ads, dude, after I pay. It's okay, we are moving away from ISL here. I think we should end this topic.
So coming into the thing, if you are actually interested in Indian football, which most of you will be because you actually watched the last of our videos. So the Super Cup started in 20th of April. Please ignore the noise in the background. Yeah, so 20th of April, and we'll finish in 3rd May with the final. 16 teams will play this time, similar to last time, but it's a pure knockout format.
And to be clear, both Jittu and me will cover it in a video after the Kalinga Super Cup finishes. So don't worry about that. Yeah. If you don't watch it, you're not missing anything. We will watch it. We will take that bullet for our teammates. We will watch that over the IPL and we will tell you what happened and what to expect and all of that stuff.
If there is a broadcast, God knows where we'll find this time this thing for this.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We'll find out where to watch it. We'll watch it. Don't worry. We'll watch it. We will put ourselves through that torture for you.
Yeah, so thank you for listening for the ISL final review, and do subscribe, like and share our videos. We'll come up with more content, even though Indian football content might be restricted for some time. Hopefully the international break will come up and we
actually hopefully we don't have to talk about Indian football once this season is over till the next season starts again, because if something is happening worth us talking about Indian football during the off season, it means something really bad is happening. Because nothing good ever happens. At this
point, we don't know. Probably we'll wait to see. As I told you, we might have to make another thing regarding this I-League drama and all these things. Some confirmation comes, so we'll keep updating you regarding that. And thank you for watching. Tata.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.